or welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below, as well as to turn on that post notification bell so that you get notified every time I do a new video. As you guys can see by the title of today's video, I'm giving you guys some tips to help grow your channel, as well as I'm doing my very first collaboration with, drum roll please, Simply Savannah, who is Savannah Davis, and her channel is such an inspiring channel. So we've decided to do a collab together to give you guys some tips on how to start your channel, as well as what you need to start your channel. So this is actually a two-part video. So once you guys are finished with this video, make sure you finish with the video. Once you guys are finished with this video, make sure to go in my description box down below and click the link that will link you straight to her channel to go and watch the second part to this video, because guys, this information is juicy, it's jam-packed, you don't want to miss it. It's the tea, the juice, the soda, the coffee, the slurp. So make sure to go ahead and check out her channel down below. Now, without further ado, because I don't want to make this intro too long, let's get on with the video. The first thing that I have to tell you guys is consistency. Now, consistency is definitely key to having a successful YouTube channel, and the reason why this is so is because YouTube uses an algorithm. So once YouTube sees that, okay, every week this girl posts a video or this guy posts a video, they're actually serious about these things, what they're going to do is push out your video to more people, meaning that they're going to suggest your content to people all over the world. But this is only if you stay consistent. You can't be posting videos once a month or maybe once every 2 months, or you don't have any flow to your posting schedule. No, it will not work unless you're famous or you know somebody famous. It won't work for you. I'm telling you guys, YouTube will not push out your videos. They're going to say this person is definitely not serious, so we don't need to do any work. They're going to have to do it all on their own. The second thing about consistency is it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be doing a video every single day, because personally I cannot do that. So editing alone takes quite a while for me. I really and truly can't be doing videos every single day. Of course you can film every day, but you don't necessarily have to post every single day. And after a while, especially if your subscribers have their post notifications on, if you're not somebody famous, the reality is they're probably going to either unsubscribe for you or turn off their post notifications, so that when you post another video, your views might go down because the subscriber doesn't know that you posted another video because they turned off your post notifications. And the main thing that you want to do is have your subscribers turn on those post notifications, because that's very important. So the minute you post a new video, your subscriber will go and watch the video and add to your view, which will add to your watch time, so that you can get those 4,000 hours of watch time really quickly. Keeping up with a consistent schedule also allows for potential subscribers to know what days that you post videos. So once it's Wednesdays at 1 o'clock, like what your description says that you post on Wednesdays at 1 o'clock, subscribers on Wednesday at 1 o'clock are going to go on your channel and see if there's a new video. Now personally, I like to subscribe to people who are consistent and they have a schedule or a flow to their things, just because for me it just makes me feel like they're more organized and they're actually serious about this YouTube thing, and more than likely they planned out their content, so their content might be a bit better. I don't know, that's just how I see it, and that's also how other people might see it as well. The second tip that I have for you guys is good quality videos. This doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go out and buy an expensive camera, whether it's like the Canon G7X or whatever. No, you don't have to do that. Work with what you have. And the reason why I say to work with what you have is because, let's say you think you're into YouTube, but like a couple, let's say months later, you realize, YouTube really isn't my calling. You don't want to waste all that money on a camera if down the line you might not be using the camera. So if you have an iPhone, for example, I think that's a great way to record your videos. That's actually what I'm using right now. So here are a couple suggestions if you guys are using an iPhone. Clean your camera. Cleaning your camera can go a long way. It goes a long way. It prevents like all those grease marks from being on your camera, so that when you're filming, the quality kind of goes down. And I actually got this suggestion from another YouTuber. Her name is That Girl Asia. I'll have her channel linked down below. She said that you should use your back camera to film. So this is actually my first time I'm using the back camera, and I think the quality is much better. Now you might be saying, but if I use a back camera, I can't see if I'm in the view or whatever. Unlike the front camera, you can see yourself. What she suggested doing is putting a mirror behind your phone so that you're able to see whether you're in the view, you know, if your head is being cut off, just stuff like that. Another reason why I recommend you don't use your front camera, and it's something that I kind of do when I watch back my videos, is that I am more focused, or I'm more inclined to look at myself, which means that I'm looking this way because I'm trying to see if everything is good, everything's okay, instead of actually looking at the camera, which when you're a viewer is very distracting, and it's actually one of my pet peeves even though I do it. But I can understand now that I record videos why it is that people might be looking this way, just because like the colors and the movement is catching the attention of your eye, so you're more inclined to look this way rather than at the camera, which is very distracting for viewers. While we're at good quality, we have to talk about this lighting. Now, you don't have to go ahead and get those big expensive fancy filming lights. No, if it is that you don't have a ring light, which I think you can get on Amazon for around $20. I don't have one, but I'm actually thinking of buying a ring light, just because sometimes I might not want to record in the day and I want to record at night, but the lighting isn't the greatest. But if it is that you don't want to buy a ring light, what you can actually do is just use the natural light, meaning film where there's a nice big window that lets in a ton of light and makes the quality of your videos much better. Do not film in a dark space. Make sure also not to film on a cloudy day, because that kind of alters and keeps on shifting the lighting for the camera. So you'll see that once you're editing, the lighting here is different and the lighting there is different, and it's kind of distracting to see the different shadows. So I would suggest to avoid filming when it's a rainy day if you can. As well as the sound of the rain can be super distracting, but I'll get more into that further down into the video. Also, make sure that you're recording in a space where there's not a lot of distractions behind you. So what I mean is, if you're going to record and there's a lot of things happening behind you, whether it's the TV playing or people in the background, I suggest not recording there, and to try and find a space where you're able to record by yourself, where it's nice and quiet. It doesn't have to be like extremely quiet, because I know that's so hard, but try and find a space where there's minimal noise, minimal background movement, because the background movement to viewers is going to be so distracting. People's conversations, the camera can actually pick it up and it might drown out your voice, or it might take away from what you're saying. People moving in the background might be distracting. If it is that there's nothing you can do, there's no empty room in your house, I'm sorry, I have a notification. If it is that there's no empty room in your house, or everywhere in your house there's some kind of distracting background, what I suggest doing, going to your local fabric store and just picking out a really nice fabric that you can pin for your what I suggest is going to your local fabric store and finding a nice fabric that you think would be fitting for a background, and then you can pin that somewhere where there's minimal noise and good lighting, so that you won't have a distracting background. So the next tip that I have for you guys is good editing. Now, don't be alarmed, just hear what I have to say. So when I say good editing, it does not necessarily mean that you have to spend a ton of money on some kind of video editor such as Final Cut Pro. No, you don't have to do that. There are a ton of good video editors out there. You just have to do your research and find them. If it is that you have an Apple product, a great, probably second most used or maybe first most used video editor is iMovie. iMovie is free for all Apple users, except for if you have like AirPods or an Apple Watch. You can't get iMovie on that. I'm really sorry, but you have to take that up with Apple. iMovie is a great video editor. It's great for all your editing needs. Now, I know editing on your phone or iPad might be a bit hard, but if it is that's what you have, then work with what you have. Eventually, when let's say you become monetized and you garner up some money, then you can invest your money and buy maybe a MacBook or an iMac so that you can get iMovie there, or you can even buy Final Cut Pro if it is that you have a different kind of computer that cannot use iMovie. Okay, I'm going to be really honest and give you guys the tea. iMovie on a laptop is 10 times better than iMovie on a phone or an iPad, just because you get more features, and I just think it's easier to work with, and you don't have distractions from different notifications that might be coming in from your phone. So personally, I really love using iMovie on my computer because it's easier, it gets the job done much quicker. But iMovie on your phone can definitely work, or iMovie on your iPad can definitely work. Work with what you have. You don't need to spend that ton of money, especially if it is that you're not sure that YouTube is something that you might want to do down the line. So work with what you have, test it out, see if you like this YouTube thing, and if it is that you do like YouTube, I would suggest once you get some money to invest in a computer where you're able to edit on iMovie if it is that you want to edit on iMovie, or to invest in a good computer that you're able to edit properly on stuff like Final Cut Pro. Okay, so when we're talking about good editing, I'd also like to mention that you need to be prepared for long hours of editing. So for me, editing takes about 1 or 2 days, just because I don't like to edit like all day long. That's just not me. I break it up into parts, and most of the times I actually end up editing at night. Even so, be very prepared for editing. If you want really want good quality videos where you kind of like, let's say you like the Emma Chamberlain or Chamberlain, But if you want that kind of vibe in your video, make sure to be prepared to put in the work. Now, YouTube itself is an investment, and it's not necessarily just monetarily, it's also like mentally and physical investment. You're investing your time, you're investing your mental space, you're investing money. Be prepared to put in a lot. But if it is that you're willing to put in a lot and you put in a lot of hard work, down the line you are going to reap the benefits. So don't worry, just stay patient. This one is probably my favorite tip to give you guys when you're starting your YouTube channel. It is utilizing green screens, animations, effects, sound effects. Now, they can add a whole lot of fun and good vibes to your videos. It also kind of gives you a break from the continuous talking if it is that you're doing a sit-down video, and it also helps the subscriber or the potential subscriber to want to interact with your videos, and it kind of adds some kind of life to your videos. It just gives it that you know. So I would recommend finding different sound effects. You can easily go on YouTube and find sound effects, like 4-second sound effects such as and you can download those using YouTube MP3 on your computer and add those to your video. And this is why I say that using iMovie on your computer might be better, because I'm not, well, you can add sounds to your video, but it's much easier to edit and break up the sounds where you want to on your computer rather than on your phone. If it is that you guys want me to show you more a little bit in detail on how to edit on iMovie, make sure to leave that in the comment box down below. I'll definitely do that for you guys, as well as to smash that like button. It's also down below so that you're locking in your choice. So the last thing about good editing is adding background music to your videos. That can take your video from, let's say, a 1 to a 10, because adding background music eliminates all that awkwardness and that dead silence that might be in your video. And honestly, if a video doesn't have background music, I'm less likely to watch, or I'm less inclined to watch the full video, just because throughout I get bored and it just feels long, drawn out, monotonous, and I just background music just adds so much life to your videos, and it takes away that dead silence. Like, listen to me talking right now, no background music, nothing, and it just feels awkward and silent. And adding background music can also drown out any background noise that you might have in your physical space, whether it's your neighbor mowing next door or your local garbage truck is coming down the road. It eliminates that, or it kind of drowns out the noise. So I recommend adding background music to your videos. Now, you cannot, and guys, you need to know this, very important, because this can actually get your video taken down. Your channel can actually be shut down if you don't do this. I should say if you do this. Do not go and use copyrighted music. Your video will be taken down, and you could potentially be sued, and your channel can be taken down. So if you're monetized, all of that is gone because you have violated a YouTube law. I would suggest doing your research before you go ahead and download some kind of copyright music. I would suggest to stay away from using music that you find on YouTube, because even though it might not say copyrighted in the description, it could very well be copyrighted, whether it's in a different country, and you don't want to get into all of that mess. So I suggest to stay clear, stay away from YouTube videos that say copyright free music, because sometimes in the date in which they uploaded that video, let's say they uploaded it in 2015, and the title is copyright free music or copyright free background music. Of course, at that time it was probably copyright free, but the owners of the music decided to copyright their music, and now in 2020 their music is copyrighted, and you will pay as a result of it being copyrighted music or using copyrighted music. What I suggest is YouTube has their audio library that has a ton of different songs for different moods and different genres that you can search through and listen to and get that. Also, there are some websites that you can use to get copyright free music, so you can do your research and find some music there. So the next tip that I have is to promote your videos and to promote yourself on all social medias. Now, this might be a bit hard at first, especially if you're not the kind of person to really promote yourself on social media, or you're not an avid user of social media, but I'm telling you guys that promoting yourself on social media can definitely help your channel to grow, because now your friends know, now acquaintances know, your friends of your friends know, your family knows, and it definitely helps to get your video out there, especially if it is that you have an open social media. So make sure to promote yourself on every single social media that you're able to, because it really, I cannot stress enough, it really helps to promote yourself on there. I just want to be very honest with you guys. When you first start your YouTube channel and you promote yourself on all your social medias and to your family and to your friends, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Pinterest, you name it, you probably promoted yourself on there. You will see your subscribers grow tremendously within the first couple days or maybe the first week. But after a while of promoting yourself, you'll realize that your subscriber count isn't growing as much as it did before, and or it probably came to a standstill, or you're not growing. The reason for this is because your friends and family want to support you, and during that time people are just seeing your videos, so they're like, okay, subscribe. Not a lot of people on YouTube know who you are, so they're not going to want to subscribe until they see content that looks good or it vibes with them. So honestly, your subscriber count after a while will stop growing, which is why it's up to you, which goes back to my consistency point, to stay consistent so that YouTube will now push out your videos and put it in the recommended list of people who watch videos that are similar to yours. So don't be sad if it is that your subscriber count after a while has stopped growing. This is just because your friends and family, most of them have already seen that you started a new YouTube channel, so most of them have already subscribed. It's now up to you to put in the work, the good editing, the lighting, the audio, the background, all of that pizzazz, so that subscribers will know that, hey, this person spent a lot of time making a good quality video, let me subscribe, or I like their content, let me subscribe. Another tip that I have for you guys is joining YouTube support groups. There are tons of support groups all across the internet, and the easiest way to find support groups are on Facebook. All you have to do is type in, like, let's say you're a vlog channel, you type in on Facebook YouTube vlog support groups, and I guarantee that there is a support group for almost every single type of channel that is out there. It's just for you to do your research and to look into it and interact with some of these people, you know, interact with them, support them as well, because you know how hard it is as a small YouTuber to get support. So go ahead and support those people who are asking to be supported, and they're going to support you back. The people in these support groups are usually very nice. They'll also give you guys tips on how to expand or grow your YouTube as well. So I would say to join a support group, and using different support groups is how you meet people, you interact with them, and they can help you with your channel, whether it's to tell you, let's say you can't choose between a thumbnail, they can say, hey, I like this thumbnail better because XYZ. Interacting with other YouTubers, small YouTubers, is actually how I came across Simply Savannah, and she is one of the sweetest persons ever. We always give each other tips, we always support each other. Every video that comes out, I have on my post notifications for her, because again guys, her channel is so I just feel like it's so real, it's just raw, and it's truthful, and it's very powerful, which is why I say that you guys should check out her channel. But we support each other all the time. We always give each other encouraging words and be like, hey girl, you know, I noticed that you've hit this milestone, congratulations. And you can meet a ton of other people like that. Joining support groups also means that you might actually find people that you might want to collab with, such as me collabing with Simply Savannah. Again, go check out her video, because this is a two-part video. Two-part. So all this information goes hand in hand with all of her information, so you don't want to miss it. Also, one hand is painted, one hand isn't. We're going to ignore that. We're not here to judge. This is a safe space. So when you meet different people and you interact with them, you might actually find yourselves doing collabs. Now I just want to do a quick brief thing about collabs. Now I got this information from That Girl Asia as well as Annie Dubé. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right, but they have some really great tips. But it is that if you're going to do a collab, it does not make sense to collab with someone whose content or whose videos has nothing in common with what you normally post. So for example, let's say I always post about washing machines, and someone named Kayla always posts videos about computers. Now it wouldn't make sense for you guys to be doing videos together because you guys have nothing in common. Now Kayla's subscribers probably subscribe to her because they're very interested in computers, while the other person's subscribers are subscribed to them because they're very interested in washing machines. There's no collaboration between the two. So let's say Kayla says, I'm doing a collaboration with, let's say Savannah, because I'm Savannah. I'm doing a collaboration with Savannah and she does washing machines. Kayla's subscribers aren't interested in washing machines, they're interested in computers. computers. So you'll find that you won't necessarily gain any subscribers, or if you do gain, it won't be as much as you'll be expecting, and that's because you guys have no similar content, and Kayla's age category is different from your age category. So Kayla's age category, since it's computers, is usually for people who are, let's say, maybe 18 to around 30, while washing machine, let's say my subscribers are people who are 50 and over, you know, so they're not interested in computers. So you definitely have to know your audience, as well as to collab with people who have similar content as you. When you're collaborating with people, don't turn down people just because they might not have a huge following. Let's say there's a girl named Amanda and there's a girl named Kayla. Kayla has 500 subscribers and Amanda has 300 subscribers. Amanda says to Kayla, hey, let's collab, and Kayla says no, you know, and her reasoning is because she doesn't have as much subscribers as her. No, that's not how collabs work at all. It's not about you guys not having the same amount of subscribers or someone having way more subscribers. That's not what it's about. What it's about is both of you guys are still small YouTubers and you want to gain. You guys have similar content. Once Amanda suggests to her subscribers to go and subscribe to Kayla, some of her subscribers, or a majority of her subscribers who watch the video, might actually want to subscribe to Kayla because Kayla posts similar content. Maybe it is that Kayla posts similar content in a different way and the subscribers are interested in that way as well. Don't only be expecting to collab with people who have 100,000 subscribers while you only have 200 subscribers. That's not how it works either. The whole point of collabs is so that both of you guys are able to gain. If it is that the person who has 100,000 subscribers decides to collab with you, you might gain because they've mentioned you, but they might not because you don't have that big of a following, and the whole point is that so both of you guys can gain. The last tip that I have for you guys is investing in your channel. Now, investing in your channel is a keen aspect when you're starting a YouTube channel. Whether it's a computer, whether it's an editing software, whether it's graphics for, like, say, an intro or for your channel banner, just stuff like that, you have to be prepared to invest in your channel. Now, my intro thankfully was made by my very sweet little cousin Kimmy, and I'll have her info linked down below if you guys want to check out her Instagram. She's such a sweet soul. But for me, luckily I got that for free, but for some of you guys, if you guys don't have a link, you might have to think about investing into your channel and paying people to do your intros if it is that you don't have the time or the capabilities to do it yourself. However, there are tons of videos on YouTube that will show you how to do different designs, whether it's banners or for your intro. So you just need to search YouTube and you'll find stuff like that. Now, the reason why I say you need to invest in your channel is because investing in your channel is kind of what helps to grow your channel. It's what makes your channel look organized. It's what makes your channel have a high quality. It's honestly what pushes your channel out there. Now, nothing in life comes free except for probably the air you breathe. But if you guys keep polluting, then you're going to have to pay for canned air. Okay, so carpool if you can and stop polluting and throwing trash on the ground, Rebecca. You also have to be able to sacrifice a lot of your time. Investing time is what honestly makes your channel a really great channel, and you have to be prepared to put in countless hours for filming, for editing, as well as for uploading, because uploading a video isn't as easy. It's not just like the click of a button and the video uploads. No, these are large videos that might have a lot of, well, hopefully might have a lot of backgrounds and animations and sound effects, and there's a lot of rendering and putting your quality in there, and so uploading your videos actually takes quite a while. It takes quite a while. I think my last video, it took me 2 to 3 hours just to upload it, and I was actually having issues uploading. So also be prepared to experience issues, because a lot of people do experience issues when uploading a video. Also, I'd like to mention the fact that when you're uploading a video, make sure that you're uploading your video in 180p, because that is very good quality. So I'd suggest putting your videos in 180p, as well as to putting in your description box to ask subscribers or potential subscribers or viewers to watch in 180p. If it is that you have 4K, then that's even better. That's amazing. That's, I think, don't quote me on that, but I think it's one of the best qualities. If not, is the best quality. I don't really know about cameras like that, but make sure to put your video quality in one of those two options so that you get a clear, clean video quality. So guys, that is the end of the tips that I'm giving you guys to grow your channel, and I hope you guys are able to take away something from this and you put some of these stuff and invest them into your videos, or you can share it with a friend or family member who is starting YouTube themselves. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. I had tons tons of fun making this video. And make sure to go ahead and check out Sabella's video for the part 2, because again, this video goes hand in hand with hers, and Sabella's actually telling you guys all the essential things that you need before starting your YouTube channel. So this is a 2-part video, so make sure to go and check out her channel. It will be in the description down below, as well as to check out some other videos that she has, because she has some really interesting and powerful videos up there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to stay safe, stay quarantined. Bye guys.